Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making what's considered one of the most iconic dishes that hail from Spain, the Spanish potato omelet, and at the same time create one of the most underrated recipes ever. We're talking Spanish omelet and onion sauce. This is known as una tortilla en salsa and also known as una tortilla guisada. And I tell you, this omelet is filled with so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's made with the most basic ingredients, and the best part, it's super easy to put together. Folks, this is the perfect omelet for any meal of the day, from breakfast all the way through dinner. Either way, make sure you enjoy it next to a crunchy baguette for the ultimate Spanish treat. Alright, let's just jump right into this. I'm going to heat a non-stick fry pan with a medium heat. Size of the pan that I'm using is 10 inches in diameter, which is 25 centimeters. And add 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 90 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here, as this is the foundation of the dish and what truly makes a difference. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to roughly chop one medium-sized onion. And like I've told you in the past, if you prefer, you can chop the ingredients before heating the pan. Then we'll add the chopped onion into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix it around, that way it's all coated in the olive oil. And you don't have to mix the onion around continuously, but do it every minute or so, that way it all evenly sautés. In the meantime, I'm going to cut 2 medium-sized potatoes that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry. This is 500 grams, which is a little over 1 pound. Each potato into bite-sized pieces that are 1/4 inch thick, which is a little over 1/2 centimeter. For this recipe, I'm using Yukon Golds, but you can use any potatoes you like. After sauteing the onion between 3 to 4 minutes and it's lightly sauteed, we'll add in the sliced potatoes. And we'll mix them around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And once again, you don't have to mix this around continuously, but do it every 2 to 3 minutes, that way all the potatoes evenly fry. While the potatoes are cooking, let's start prepping the eggs. I'm going to crack in 4 large eggs into a large bowl. I'm using cage-free organic eggs here, but you can use any eggs you like. But like I've told you in the past, on recipes that are this simple, the higher the quality of the ingredients, the better the overall flavor. Then we'll season the eggs with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And whisk them together until they're well mixed. Alright, let's move back to the potatoes. After about 20 minutes, they should just be cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, just fry them for a bit longer. At this point, I'm going to season with sea salt and just a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it one final mix. Then we'll transfer the potatoes into the bowl with the whisked eggs. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then let it sit there for a few minutes, that way the flavors can develop. In the meantime, I'm going to heat the same fry pan with a low-medium heat. Once again, important to use a non-stick here, that way the eggs don't stick to the surface. And I'm going to drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll grab the potato and egg mixture and add it into the hot fry pan. And you want to make sure that it's coating the entire surface and in a flat layer. And we're going to go for about 3 to 4 minutes here without mixing the ingredients. After 3 to 4 minutes, it's time to flip the omelet. Now before I do that, I like to run a spatula through the outer edges just to ensure that the eggs are not sticking to the pan. To flip the omelet, I'm going to use a plate that's slightly smaller than the pan, place it over the omelet, and in one swift move, flip the pan into the plate. Then we'll slide the omelet back into the pan. You want to make sure to scrape up anything that's left over on the dish. And gently push down on it, that way all the ingredients are evenly distributed. And then we'll compact the omelet from the outer edges towards the center, which is what gives it that classic rounded edge. And go for another 3 to 4 minutes here until the eggs are just cooked through. After a total cooking time of 7 to 8 minutes on the eggs and they're just cooked, this omelet is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and set the omelet aside. For the next step, let's start making our onion sauce. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat. and add in a generous 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 35 milliliters. Once again, link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes and the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add 1 medium-sized onion that's been finely chopped and 4 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously. That way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After 3 to 4 minutes and the onions are slightly translucent, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is 8 grams. I'm going to continue to mix this and go for 2 minutes on the flour. This is enough time to cook off the raw flavor in it. That way it doesn't overpower the flavors of the sauce. After cooking the flour for about 2 minutes, I'm going to add in half a cup of dry white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can also use white grape juice here, or any broth of your choice, with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And we're going to continue to mix this and go for a few minutes on the wine. After 2 to 3 minutes, and we've ended up with a paste-like texture, and the alcohol has been cooked off in the wine, I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of vegetable broth, which is 360 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even water if you like. Just make sure to season accordingly if you're using water. We'll also pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Link where you get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And 1 bay leaf. And we're going to continue to gently mix this together and go for a few minutes until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After 4 to 5 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it 1 final mix and then lower it to a low heat. While the onion sauce is simmering, let's move back to our potato omelet. I'm going to cut it into 4 evenly sized pieces. And then add in the pieces of omelet into the pan with the simmering sauce, making sure they're all in a single layer and evenly spaced out. And then we'll spoon some of the sauce over each piece of omelet. That way they're fully coated in all that goodness. And we're going to simmer this for another 1 to 2 minutes until the omelet's heated through. Once the omelet is heated through, this is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat. You can serve this directly out of the pan or transfer into serving dishes. Either way, make sure to top it off with some chopped parsley. Check it out, our Spanish omelet and onion sauce is done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done using the simplest ingredients. Let's give this a try and see how it came out. Once again, folks, tortilla and salsa, also known as tortilla guisada. Either way, I am so excited to try this. Here we go. Check this out. I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of the Spanish potato omelet. Tortilla de patatas, this right here, is out of this world good, as that onion sauce takes it to the next level. Easy to make, give it a try at home. Once again, from breakfast all the way through dinner, and always an extra crunchy baguette for the ultimate Spanish treat. So sad, it's such an underrated recipe. Give it a try, it is gonna blow you away. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Colin Holloman, Robert Gerhardt, and Andrew Scotchmer. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.